For years, Audi was the undisputed champion of car interiors. Their cabins were benchmarks for quality, craftsmanship and design. But lately, many feel that has changed. So in this CabinOG video, we are asking two questions. What happened to Audi interiors? And is a radical new electric concept car from China the sign that the brand is finally ready to reclaim its crown? We all know the names A4, A6, A8, even entry-level models like the A3 and especially the unique A2 are perfect examples. From the mid-1990s, Audi cemented its reputation as a true premium manufacturer. Yes, there was the sharp and modern design, there was the superb Quattro four-wheel drive, but Audi's rise to become part of the holy trinity of German premium car manufacturers was largely thanks to interiors that showcased uncompromising quality in materials and finish. That is what built the foundation for competing directly with Mercedes and BMW. I still sense the precise feel in my fingers and hear the delightful clicking sound in my ears when I think of the climate control dials introduced in the second generation A8 and subsequently featured in all Audi models from the mid-2000s. Similarly fond memories of the lavish open-gate manual alloy gear knob in the R8. Then the ingenious design of the climate controls integrated into the air vents in the third Audi TT, or absolutely everything in the original TT generation. And these are just my personal highlights. It is the general high quality of design and materials and the rock-solid finish that made Audi's the benchmark for car interiors. But over the last decade, something shifted. Recent Audi models like the A6 e-tron, Q5 and even the A3 and the new A5 have faced criticism regarding interior quality. While materials visible and touched first may seem fine, what lies beneath is often disappointing, especially compared to just a few years ago. There is a noticeable increase in hard plastics, particularly on lower door panels and glove compartments. We see this in the A6 e-tron, the Q5, all across the board really. Parts around the gear selector or on the steering wheel feel less solid and can appear cheaply finished. Some elements you would expect to have a cool metallic feel like door handles or steering wheel inserts are now often plastic without metallization. The A3 facelift goes as far as saving on door frame trims, a lack of covering under the boot floor and generally less solid feeling plastics throughout the cabin. And everywhere you look, high-gloss piano black surface dominate consoles and dashboards, a magnet for fingerprints and scratches looking worn almost immediately. This obvious drop in cabin quality is even more frustrating given the often high price tags. So what's happening? As I already explained in the video about the Mercedes CLA interior, car companies thought it was a good idea to cut costs in the interior to fund research and development expenses for electric mobility. Audi itself has hinted at this at an exceptionally rare outburst of straightforwardness. Their head of product and technology communication stated, "We were certainly better qualitatively, but we are getting back there." He also suggested that perhaps Audi underestimated expectations and might have saved money in the wrong places. Audi of course hasn't released figures, but insiders reckon cutting back in cabin quality might save several €100 per car. It might not sound like much, but multiplied across hundreds of thousands of vehicles, it does add up. But there are promising signs that a new philosophy is emerging at Audi. The brand's new Italian design chief comes from Jaguar Land Rover. He was instrumental in creating the current Range Rover and the Defender, the absolute best of contemporary European car design, at least until the appearance of the new Renault 5. Even more importantly, the interior design will now be more prioritized. The thinking is that electric mobility and automated driving will transform the car into a third place for living on top of your home and work. Something that is already a reality in some Asian markets. That is why operating systems and passenger screens are ever more important. Which brings us to a new significant development. In November 2024, Audi launched a new brand in China, Audi. That is Audi without the four rings. You see, Audi desperately needs an image boost in China, being one of the first foreign brands that entered the market over 30 years ago. Their cars have long been regarded as the premium choice, but this means they are driven by older generations and are associated with old-school aspirations. Oh, and they are still relying on internal combustion engines. That is why this new project, in partnership with SAIC Motors, aims to capture young, tech-savvy Chinese buyers. Their first offering will be the Audi E Concept, hitting the market mid-2025. It's an electric sportback about the size of an A6, and it looks cool. Although it is technically the same as the already existing L6 from SAIC, it nicely showcases how over 100 years of European design experience can elevate a state-of-the-art technical platform. This is the L6 from inside. Not at all bad, but it lacks personality and halo effects. It has a generic vibe. And now look at the Audi interior. It has the same basic architecture, so retains the pillar-to-pillar 4K touch display, but the modifications make the interior a completely different experience. There is light-colored wood around the passengers. The seats look much more defined and are wrapped in fine perforated leather. The signature feature of the concept car is definitely the illuminated wood in the door panels, surrounded by fine microfiber trim. The wood theme is also present on the center console, which leads to the upper part of the dashboard. Here, an AI assistant and a new Audi OS are responsible for personalized interaction and a state-of-the-art experience Chinese consumers expect. It couldn't be clearer that the interior is designed with input from Audi's Beijing studio. It focuses on a spacious, stylish and digitalized environment, aligning perfectly with Audi's new interior-first mantra. While some suggest potential compromises in rear space due to its platform, the focus is clearly on a sophisticated, connected front cabin. So, what does this mean for Audi interiors globally? The Audi E Concept presents a compelling vision. Its focus on seamless tech, advanced displays and unique material blends suggests a return to pushing boundaries. The speed of this Chinese collaboration and its focus on a demanding market could drive innovations that influence Audi's entire lineup. While recent interiors faced criticism, the E-Concept hints at a future where Audi might once again be celebrated for its cabins. If the production version delivers this promise, it could mark the beginning of Audi reclaiming its crown.